Hello, my name's Susie Johns and today I'm going to draw a pirate treasure map. Not only is it a fun project, but you could use it as a prop for a fancy dress costume or a play. You could give it to children to play with. If you're really pleased with it, you can hang it on your wall. But the point is that it's just a fun activity. In my series on YouTube called Learn to Draw, I did do some projects and some tutorials on pen and ink and line and wash. So I discovered this map that my father had drawn when he worked on the local newspaper, and I'm going to take this as a starting point or an inspiration and add some of my own elements that I've been scribbling in my sketchbook to turn my map into a pirate treasure map. So I hope you'll join in the activity. It's going to be quite speeded up, but you can always pause and rewind if it's going too fast. So let's get started. The things we'll be using are some brown ink, some pencils, a dip pen, brushes, matches and an incense stick, and rulers and something for drawing circles, also a water glass. The process also involves some beeswax polish and a cloth. For the map itself, I've used a large sheet of cartridge paper and I've used some layout paper as a stencil. You can, of course, draw the shape of your island on your layout paper, but I'm just going to take my scissors and do this freehand. And once you've cut the main island, you can also cut some shapes of smaller islands to go around it. So put your island shape to one side while you draw a grid on your cartridge paper, and this will just make it look more map-like with the lines of longitude and latitude. So painting this wash will create a nice sort of aged effect, and if you leave it to dry you'll feel that the paper is much crisper. What I'm going to do next is go around the outline of the island with a wash, and I'm using a different shade of brown for this. I'm diluting the ink with a bit of water, and I'm going to use a soft paintbrush. You may have realised earlier that when I went over the entire map with an ink wash, the lines that I had drawn weren't disturbed at all, they didn't smudge, and that's because this ink is permanent when it dries, and that's quite an advantage really. You must be careful and wash brushes out really well, or it will spoil your brushes. So now it's time to add some details to the island itself, some landscaping details. I've drawn a few ideas in my sketchbook, trees and mountains and that kind of thing, which I'll refer to. And I'll play some suitable music to get everybody in the mood.
What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, early in the morning. Put him in the longboat until he's sober, put him in the longboat until he's sober, put him in the longboat until he's sober, early in the morning. Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, early in the morning. Pull out the plug and wet him all over, pull out the plug and wet him all over, pull out the plug and wet him all over, early in the morning. Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, early in the morning. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Put him in the scows to the husband's son, put him in the scows to the husband's son, put him in the scows to the husband's son, early in the morning. Way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises, early in the morning. Early in the morning, early in the morning. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Keep my leg, keep my leg, keep my leg, run, 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 run,
So now I'm going to employ a few more little tricks to make it look even more like an antique, and matches are involved, so please be careful. So I do hope you have a go at making your own pirate treasure map. It's a fun activity and it does help your drawing skills too. If you've enjoyed this little video, do press the subscribe button below and check out some of my other drawing tutorials. Thank you.